Yo, we back again. If you're throwing in the towel, then you're back in sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. Following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exit the madness.
Oh,
you came to the black light, exit the madness. You came to the black light.
You might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You came to the black light, exit
Give me attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on the get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt that you remember that I walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, Irie. I volunteer, no, the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fire be. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you free your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, fast sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not them idle cats. It's deeper than taps and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoil rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. So, I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? To the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on your block. By the end of the night, how deep this music is. When does it rob the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it rob the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. It's time for a change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe in DC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone for the gas the dome. When it's over song, all red of my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' win them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor,
You better not.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender.
I sent this alphabet boy a message. Like, you think you see some of these cats are caught up in their little fictional world. I want to see if he responded. Because I invited him if you want to go to the gym. You know, some of these guys that learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and they think they're badasses.
You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
What the fuck? Come on, let's... Anyway, it's a fake account. It's an agent. And I told you, a couple of my friends of mine who are cops in other places are going to become police officers here where I train, who still send their children to me to learn. You know, I like the little goofy agents that think you know something. Like I said, I was doing BJJ before it became a thing in America. I was studying over in Brazil. Every time I went there on vacation and in the military. And it's funny watching each one of us in the lounge choking each other out to get good at it, you know? and a lot of us wrestle. So we got these new age testosterone, TRT, steroid shot up monkeys running around who don't even address the fact of why their testosterone level is low. They're too stupid to know better. All right. So I told him, hey, look, man, New Mexico, where you at? You down there with that other fake? Because I don't do that back and forth with mofos I know are not indigenous to this land. You dig what I'm saying? I said, I just get in the ring, bro. Stroke out, heart attack out, whatever. But you better believe it's going to be 5 minutes of that most heaviest pounding, non-stop, wrist breaking, finger breaking. And that's just me. That's not everybody. I used to spar Dukers and Dewdrops and a few other gyms. And they'd be like, nah, man, we're not getting in there with Ray. Because he don't know how to set up the jab. He just goes all in. And he keeps going like that. And I'm like, yeah, well, some of us are fortunate to be able to go like that. I get tired of all these little monkeys, man. They go to war and they think they're bad because they're wrestling some weak people who are sexing up animals and all this other stuff. That's like the security team on YouTube. I plan on meeting a few of them, inviting them. Because, look at that little monkey he was the front face for Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, right? I don't want to say his name. He studies Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? He's been doing it for a little while. I think he's like a purple belt or something like that. I'd love to get him in the ring. I'm about 60, right? I'd love to get him. Zuckerberg. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, shape or highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, humble. Yeah, so what? I'm a little different. But so what? They want to play this game, right? They want to play this game, right? I already know 2 people that work on this platform. And we're not talking about third party, we're talking about direct. And they're actually government agents. No, we don't know each other personally. They study. But I know. Saviors I think, marks once we make knowledge more is when time is space. Rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media. I'll be getting that book by Thursday or Friday. So when the brothers get here, all those that said they're coming, and sisters if you choose to, I'll have that book. Maybe I'll sit us around. I'll order some pizza, maybe a glass of wine, because the guys like that. Blaze a little blunt. And I'll read it to everybody. Watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming weirdo, celestial shows, the land's contaminated fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry, liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will they spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh. So we got this individual. I'm on the front line, X-marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. We got this individual, right? And y'all know I don't get bothered with these idiots. Okay? Because that's what they are. Oh, and look, they keep not demonetizing. They keep putting this ad. I didn't say nothing done bad in the last couple of videos, and that's what I'm talking about. Like I know one of them, and they better stop it. I'm not going to go conversing with the third party. I'm just going to put in better review it, and they better straighten it out. They can keep playing that game if they want. And they're gonna hate it when they find out. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Facebook. I love people over here. Saying people are just formed to fight whoever was in charge at the time. It's our beloved brother David Griffin. I invited you over. Anyway, So anyway, I like to embarrass people, even fake accounts that my boy sleeps, so he says he'll get on to see what he can find out. So we have these individual, right? Let me turn this down because I'm not gonna get them going talking to them. So Gregory Conrad Assenworth, right? He says the black man is the Indian. So I corrected him. So stop calling yourself black. I know, Facebook and Instagram. Oh, we don't even want to talk about TikTok. There's a lot of people I respect on TikTok. It seems like a lot more information is relevant there, but you still have the inconsistency of these individuals who can't accept that they are not from this land originally. Doesn't mean that their ancestors didn't visit, but they are not who they think they are either. That's for you, Ket, Mongolian, Mongrel, whatever you want to call yourselves, because those are not even your true identities. Then you have this pale skin, David Cornsilk, some fake guy in Oklahoma. Now, those of us know the true history. What happened after they moved out of the fictional Black Wall Street. I've already elevated y'all in the truth of what that's called. It was never called Black Wall Street because it was the original place where gold and silver was transferred, and we were the controllers of it, as it is Egypt. Regardless of what monkeys in certain cities or states believe, don't care about them. All right, they over here miseducating and misguiding people because they don't know nothing. They don't know the Bible. They don't know anything. Now, I am not a transgressionist, and I am not into religion, but I already expressed that the Bible, before it became something, and I keep telling y'all, remove 1,000 years and you have a better and deeper understanding of true time. The fact that my great-grandmother had to go to one of those Indian training schools, and she was always adamant that they had to show these people how to live on the land and how to live, and they chose to make this movie and these pictures of these people living in teepees, which was a pure lie that you see relevant to now, that was ceremonial. They had yurts, though, that was not of this land. Yurts are not of this land. Which they go hogans now. So anyway, David Cornsick, the teacup is the dinner plate. Okay, the teacup is the dinner plate. You see how most people are sociopaths? They don't even have a deep understanding of what teacup actually means. I mean, Bruce said his phonology, gave his phonology about you put water into a teacup, it becomes a teacup, right? Anyway, so I addressed them by stating, so the emotionally unstable has spoken. And that's what they are. Fake two spirits, everything else. There's no such thing. And then we got this individual who comes along. He wants to laugh at everything and thinks individuals know what they're talking about. His name, and let me show you, which I found to be comical. 10 years Pill Millard, right? And then when you look at his pictures, right off the back, missing persons. This is what happened to our people. This is who they become. So he thinks he's Indian. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the hypocrisy of it all, by way of land grabs and everything else. Okay? And they can't accept nothing else because they have to accept what they've been given. Him being a Mongol, but believing that he is so-called white, which is a fiction. And then this woman is supposed to be Blackfeet warrior. This is not a Blackfoot. She is not Siksika. This is a fraud. This is a cat person that came from Alaska after the so-called fictional United States corporation that existed at the time by the fake crown, queen and king of England, and the fake Vatican, right? Bought Alaska, which they didn't really purchase it. It was given. It was accommodated, and the people there, over 600,000, were brought onto reservations here and set up to be, because they were put into the witch cards to be made. Now, my great grandmother know this. She was there at the time. So this is not an indigenous. She is not Siksika. I showed you a true Siksika. And my Aunt Dorothy in Colorado. They were very dark people, and they called them Blackfeet because they would go barefoot when they would go into the camps of these enemies and these betraying Moors and a few others. And before they were cut, they would see their feet, and the ones that survived, the scalpings and stuff, would say, but their feet were black, sir. I am so tired of these wayward individuals. So this individual is just another fool. And I invite them to come on alive. Because see, it's not only do I have a world of history, all right, I'm ready to bust them to their white meat. And they can't handle it. They never will be able to handle it. Now, we have two distinct people that were here. They were light-skinned, and they were carbon or melanated, whatever you want to call it. But the light skin here, like I said yesterday when I was talking about the fact that in the about 1880 to 1940s, the light skins, we say pale skin, or some of you call white and ignorance, call themselves crackers. This is a fact. Okay? I grew up knowing people who were 80, 90 years old who would assert that, who fought in World War II, some in World War I. Okay? When I was in my teens, and I used to sit around them because I was always caught up with the Mickey Rooney, the wars, and all that other nonsense. All right? It was within me. I didn't know it. Not war. We're not warlike. We are the epitome of war. At least I can speak for the Chickasaw and the Anahuia. There's no such thing as Cherokee. I hate that word. I'm so tired of it. Just like there's no such thing as Blackfoot. It's Siksika. You could say Suksika. And the language they speak today is not the language of the actual tribe. Man, I made sure I knew that. See, this is what I'm talking about when you're fortunate enough to have these things. That's why I don't mind. I don't debate these people because it's like going on the podcast and people think they know everything. And here I am not having to require to be humble. I am humble because I know how I really am. So I listen and I let them get themselves in a rut because I know that I could tear any one of them up. Any one of them. And it's not about that. Then that seems like it's ego stroking. But see, me, I would do it because you need to be sometimes put in the closet with your bag lunch, with your jackets and shit hanging. That's what some people need to be put at and had a mouth tape while they're at it. So individuals like that, they won't dare come over here. It's not even enough that they're talking about Jesus is black. This is the ignorance of it. Franz Boas did a number on you idiots, as well as the rest of them, Levi and all the rest of those identity thief, name stealing conclusionists. And yet you still will sit there and you will still bark orders as if you're in control. You guys, excuse me, guys. I just had the thing on for a minute and my hair is wet and, it's trying to wave up and mohawk up. It's not actually called a mohawk for those who are actually in the knowing. Are y'all aware of that? That's not the real name. That's some Hollywood made up Zionist bull crap. Anyway, it's not what it's called. Anyway, it's like a tempest, like a wave, like an ocean. Anywho, I would love for them to come over. They're fake rabbis. Actually, I know some who used to sit down with me in Brooklyn and be like, okay, okay. But these are ones who are acidic. And they says, we know we're converts. I says, well, why do you lie about the people in America who are not, the fact that the African, not all of them, and the Negro are different. And then I would say, but before you say something, knowing that well over 6 million to 7 million of our people in the last century have embarked on a foolish trip over there because of the death and the mayhem and the murder of their family. Are you aware of how many people's families were lynched who are over in Africa and been there ever since? See, this is what y'all don't research. I'm waiting for the people to go, oh, snap, I never even thought about that. Everybody knows everything, and I love to see everybody share information, but it's always we Indian, we this, and we that. When are you going to start being we in the moment? Let's get funky. Mushroom coffee, baby. There's only a few people who I do watch, I respect, because they're good, great storytellers, and their information is on par with helping some of the other people come out of ignorance. I love my Spanish. I've got some deep brothers who are from cousins, Costa Rica and Mexico and Colombia. My oldest daughter. I'm not going to tell you my oldest. Well, one that left. She left San Francisco to Miles, millions. Anyway, and Brazil and in Germany. So the very oldest one, none of them got to meet her. They can't. She's like, I can tell you she's 6'4", 6'5". Every bit of what my most of my people are. I think all Gary was like 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". I forget. Dwight 6'2", Reggie 6'1" or 6'2". I should be around 6 foot, at least 6'1". Like I said, scoliosis. I was smoking weed and chewing tobacco and smoking Viceroys and Camels and doing everything, jumping off of stuff, parkour before parkour was anything, breakdancing, and my body said, and then powerlifting. And if y'all know what powerlifting does, when you start off young and gymnastics, jumping and compounding your back and everything else, well, it took its toll. But I'm still different. But Brazil and Germany, they've actually gotten together and had a magnificent time. I'm not here to say whether I got grandbabies. It's nobody's business. Because they're fortunate. They get to come and watch my videos without saying nothing. I don't even want them to like on them. You live in a world that's not just divided. You are all subjects of oppression. You are all slaves, one way or another. And I love all the people who are waking up and realizing that we are all one big family, no matter, but that everybody's got some perversion of some blood in them by way of food, historically, water, air, or them. Because they do rape a lot of women in wars, and they're still doing it now. A lot. Somebody wanted to argue with me. And I was grateful for a brother from Germany stepping up. Wanted to say, just because you can Klein and Kaiser and Schaus. I said, first of all, Schaus is from that part of town, but that one that married my family was darker than me. But the other two, those names have always been here. So a good brother of mine from Amsterdam jumped in and says, shut up, you don't know nothing. It's well known that a lot of names that are over here were over there already. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all have no idea because you are subjugated. That's why they keep doing what they're doing. So they had a train derailment again at roughly around the time when the barge hit, okay? Attempting to take that one out. These things are strategic. Now, I'm not here to pitch woo into the wind and caution and all that other stuff. What I'm elaborating is y'all are not paying attention that the enemy's in your backyard and y'all refuse to come together. Still right now, I can see y'all talking about, I gotta get up and go to work. I'm gonna brush my teeth with the fluoride, the AIM, and the Crest, and the Colgate. If you change that, if you ain't using a certain chew stick we used to use, you're going to run your butt out there. You're going to clock in. You're going to type yourself in. You're going to be right there, and you're going to be the good obedient slave because you don't know how to get your butt up. Say, enough of this. Here's your paperwork. Come to some land that's party for you. Now watch everybody when things start happening all try and show up like Moses is taking you and spreading the Red Sea. Your ass going to be turn around and say, nah, nigga, you looking back like Lot's wife. Going right back where you was because you didn't listen in. So what makes you think we want to hear you now? You think it's a game? Yeah, man, that's outrageous. That's righteous. That's a righteous move. That's not hate. That's the realization that you didn't want it then. What make you think you need it now? You had it all figured out. And I'm tired of even asking y'all. I'm just figuring, hey, there's enough of us, man. Gosh, I'm on my way. Just waiting on T. All right. And then when need be, if we got to, we can make our way to so-called fictional South, because that's not the South, that's the North. The South is the center. That's what that is, what you call there, what they say is the North Pole. That's all backwards. I'll be reading those books to elaborate. I know y'all think you know. Even when I was flying the Cessna and doing my solo flights, stuff didn't make sense. And then I started listening to certain people say, we don't know if it's true. And I started, especially when I got to look and the crows of the carrier and look through that thing and see 300 miles over that way and see all them ships. How am I seeing all them ships 300 miles away? All of them, like all the, and because the guy was Lieutenant JG, he had to watch and I had to watch and had me come up there. He didn't say nice, just take a look. And I looked through there and he says, what do you see? I said, all kind of ships. He said, now look at this. What's that, 300 miles? It says, you have a good day, Petty Officer Branch. That's why I don't argue with people. I don't care what people think. Who don't know nothing. I mean, fake Christians. Look at all of them right now. I think they want to come worship Lucifer. Look at how they're moving. They don't know that Lucifer's not a bad name. Doesn't belong. The light bearer. Y'all don't get it. Sun gazer is supposed to be bad for you. They flipped it up on his head, and y'all don't have a clue. Because you're still ignorant. You're subjects. Every last one of you. Even on your soil. Methodic. It's simple. It's not complicated. And yet y'all worshiping this fake thing, not knowing when I did the video a year ago or whatever, a little over a year ago, when I gave you all these different names, and these people still talking about Yah. Boy, if y'all don't get y'all heads about y'all ass. And then you tell them y'all do all that, right? And then you say Nimrod and all these different names. I said, isn't it funny how those things are talked about all the time? It's to give it energy, to manifest something that was meant to stay the fuck where it's at. But the truth, you don't get the truth, because if you speak on the truth, you are enlightened. Enlightened. What did I do yesterday reading to you about the exposing the expositions of 1851 and 1915 about the light bulb? Yet they allude to the fact that Lewis Latimer only created the filament. I worked there, says no, what he did was he created another way for the light to work, because they stopped using free energy. Because he's the only one in a team of other individuals where I worked in the same room at the same workbench that he worked at, okay? When he showed him that he can make it work. And that's why Nikola Tesla couldn't stand Albert Einstein. He didn't invent nothing. They were just taking all the things that we were making work again. That's why we had to create the rotary engine, the two-stroke motor, the automobile. We had to change everything, the blimp. So when you talk Tartary, you talk old world, you're talking about us. Why is it that the Mississippi have the 7 disconnects, yet the Nile over there that I've been down only got 3? They got everybody running around crazy, and it lets me know that nobody reads nothing and don't know anything. But you'll go over there watching somebody on TikTok. Thank you. What in the world? Or some dude with perm in his friggin' head with blonde chemicals. Don't ever do it, people, women. Don't. That stuff drive you crazy. Sitting there looking like he's supposed to be a female. And looking at the camera like, you better be looking at me. Like, what in the world? And then the women running around wearing boxes and drawers and walking around grabbing themselves like, no, it's not about hate. And then everybody in government, and certain people in the military, certain high places, being the same individuals who want to bring in the calamity and destruction because they believe they're going to flee right before the hour it happens. And the world still walks around in this deluge of delusion. Just like when I hear people talk about why they vote for Biden, it's always one thing. It's never about everybody and everybody what we all need. Then they pass things talking about this fiat that's worthless. They put in for the infrastructure 2 or 3 times and nothing goes to anything. And it goes to all these little goofy things, you know, tasering lizards, tasering lizards, the study of that, like 1.5 million. Like, and yet y'all still want to sit here and agree to a system of fiduciaries. Y'all call judges and magistrates. They are fiduciaries. Why do you think when you go in the prison system, you get a goddamn number? They say you no longer have a name because now you acted upon being the straw man that they created because you gave away your life that they were claiming you were dead based on maritime sea laws. Because you weren't educated and nurtured better as the same people who are supposed to govern and protect the country. But they need to call you up to do it, and they have no problem jabbing you up to take you out of the equation because they only want 500,000. But nobody's coming together saying, wait a minute, because I get to walk with a butt plug up my butt and I get to have sex with a man. Or listen, whatever you want to do, that's on you. But do you see the delusion of it all? I said I'm going to bust it to the white meat. Where my pale skin brothers at? My light skins, where you at? And where you dark out of Africa niggas? I'd love to see you come over. See, they stay away from us. I know they're going to stay away from me, but they stay away from us. Because all they want to do is strike emotions and feelings. But when they realize some of us don't have these feelings and emotions, I literally, when I'm talking, I have to put on an act just to make it some kind of drama, just to keep you driven. Because I can talk about it like this. Yeah, this is it, man. I actually talk with people like that sometimes. They be like, "Are you serious, Red? Are you?" And they look in my eyes and they like, "Why? Are you numb?" I'm like, "No." And they go, "Okay, that's some life." And I'm like, "I'm just telling you. I figure." Oh, that's right. You're not as intelligent as you carry yourself. So then I have to dramify it. It gets on my nerves. Actually, it does. It really does, to be honest with you. So seeing how Baby Girl Slaughter slid, was it 50? And then what's the name? I went ahead and ordered 3 books. I'm not done busting it to the white meat. You think it's that simple? Some of you really never had no real fight, I can tell. And y'all ever punch somebody and take it to the white meat, back it in? White meat? None of y'all? Yeah. Stay on my lane then. Not a safe place. I don't advocate violence. I'm just speaking of fact. So, Baby Girl Slaughter and these. Oh, I gotta share something else with y'all. And Lamone's Jr. That was $60. I added 65 to it because I wanted to pay just for something, and I ordered 3 books, each one about 20, 18, or whatever. Okay, so I appreciate that. But I wanted to share something with y'all. Let me see if I can pull it up. Lloyd shared it to me. And I already knew about it, but I was gratuitous because he did. I love the brothers. You know how it is, So I want to share with you guys, okay? So that way you know. I could make a post for it, okay? Because I actually copied it and made a little thing on here. But tomorrow evening, this is 16 hours, so this evening, I will be discussing my newest book. Now, this is about Jamil Samshi Dean. Newest book I told you about. Here, let me hold it up. I had to take my drone out before it started raining and flew it this morning. Then I came in after it was raining last night, but I still went out in the ground in the rain. Hopefully I don't get sick from whatever chemicals they're spraying. Okay, so this is his second book. I told you don't call my dummy no dummy. Okay, and it's in description as well as the first one. Phenomenal. I'm going to break this down. I haven't talked with Niece Days. I prefer the woman to call me. She got a husband. I don't want to be, hey, well, I can call. You know what I'm saying? It's a family thing. Anyway, let me go back upstairs. Discussing my new book, I Told You Don't Call My Dummy No Dummy, with Uncle Jay Winter Nightwolf. I'm part of his group. I love talking to Jay Winter Nightwolf. Phenomenal individual. Magnet. When I was in, John, Chief Langley, all those guys. I still got bit. Anyway, the host of American Indian and Indigenous Peoples Truth on WLD C News. All right. The broadcast will start at 6:55 East Coast time. So you know what that is. That's over here is 3:55 for those of you on this side. I don't get into the AM Pacific and I don't get into that Meridian crap. So just go to the website and click on and listen. Okay. So that's WOLDC News. WOLDC News. Not talking about LB. Quit walking. All right. WOLDC News. All right. The broadcast will start at 6:55. So I hope everybody's there. I will be in there to listen to the brother explain. I already know. I got the first copies of both of those before they even became a book. And that's why I can't wait to do sit with Niece. And we need to pull derivatives of what we want to speak about. That's phenomenal. That phonetically is going to help you. Most people don't know that all the information points only to us. When they said to 2 distinct people, as again, I'm going to say it, a certain group of light skins who are not really light skinned, they're just closer than that, and different shades of melanation, which the light skins are melanated. I've been saying that for years, for decades. And I know people have a hard time with it, but it damn sure aren't these new founded fake Indians and Hindu. Those are Hindus. And it sure is, this is how they disrupt and break everything. And it sure isn't these so-called New Age Mongolians who, if they knew the truth of Tartary, they would respect where they come from and who they truly were before they were conquered. And that's where the first establishment of Islam and Christian and Catholicism was created, with them. Subjugated as they went making wars, they took and prophesized, I can't even say the word right now, that stuff. And I know it's hard to believe it. I don't care. All right. And when you have those of them that still know that truth, they got to get rid of them too. Y'all don't get it how these jokers play. That wasn't the case. Then why did they get rid of Georgia Guidestones, which weren't no Guidestones? It was Guidestone for them sick bastards, and they destroyed it because they were about to work on that. Well, it was already in play. It's boggling how people don't notice. Instead, y'all want to argue, fight, you capitulate to this and capitulate to that. When was white really introduced? I've read it. 18 what? Don't nobody come with that fake 16 to 17. It was 800s. Y'all, I know y'all still going to hold on to 1800s. You're going to still hold on to that fictional 1,000 years. I don't care what you hold on to. When was it introduced, and when was the segregation enacted? And then why did these idiots go to desegregate? Because you need to know, in order for us to be proxy under the fake U.S. system, they had to use these worthless niggas in the AME church and Episcopal, all of them, to create segregation. And they knew it was going to be accurate. They knew it was going to be some bloodshed and some people dying because they had enough ignorant fools who were first generation on the soil. I don't want to hear that made up goofy stuff, because I want to see how deep research y'all really done. Because white is, like I said, it is a status. And it has to do with purity. It has nothing to do with skin color. I can't wait till somebody breaks it down for me. Yeah, 6:55 Eastern, brother. I broke it down. What's going on, Jamil? Andre Jackson. What time? There you go. Hey, Sue. What's up, my love? Delusions. What's going on, Herbo? Lloyd. Y'all just popped up. You know, it's the end with the rain. I don't know what's going on. Alicia and Cooper, I don't care, but you know. What's going on, beloveds? Lucy Rose. What's going on, beloved? Lloyd, it's good to have you in here. Jamil, you know, already got you. Yes, sir. What's going on? I just want to shout everybody out before I carry on. Kira Mia, what's going on? Wow, what's going on out there? What's happening, beloved? It's good to have you in here too. Delusions. I know I got you in here, beloved. I got my baby girl in here. Anyway, I want my baby girl in here. She been acting up, man. We used to conversate, man, like all 24/7. She been acting up, y'all. I don't know if it's that time. I'm just kidding. Anywho, let me stop. Okay. So, as I was stating, I got some books coming in. Okay, I usually screenshot them. I didn't screenshot because it takes up too much, too much nonsense. Excuse me. And these books are important. Okay, very important, actually. Okay. I had to reorder True Legends, y'all. The price of that book, True Legends, has changed. It's went from 50 to 60 to 75, back down to 65 to 55. Now it's back up at 59. And every time I went to order it, it was not there. So they have see other offers. This item is no longer available from the seller you selected. See what I'm talking about? True Legends, for anybody that has it. Cool. I'm going to show you the book. I've been attempting to order this book over the last 2 years. And it went back up to $59, and now it's not even in there. So I got to see where I can find it at. If you find it, put it in there. I'll check it later. I always do. Okay? And yeah, I actually had the PDF. It's an excellent book. I want the book. And when they start fluctuating like that and doing the weird things they do, you know what comes of that, okay? So I'm going to order that book next, and because I've been I had the money there. I took it off. They gave me a credit, Prime. And so I got the Black Indians and American story, the bull crap story. All right. I'm not showing you that, because I bought it. But they were trying to get me to buy the DVD, and I was like, these people don't lost their god dang mind, man. Because I can't sit here and play it because it's a copyright and everything. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Stop, Al. You be bugging, bro. I said relax. Okay. So you can get the DVD. I was thinking about ordering the DVD. For those who want to get it, Black Indians and American Story. Some of you might already have it. If you do, share it with people where you got it from. I actually had to order the book off of Abe. Off of this one, it's just the DVD and VHS. Who still got a VHS? I actually have one, but I don't use it. Now back to the white meat. You have these people who are stating these things, wabbles, this, that, and the other. You know why they're still doing it? Because you have fools. We have many fools in our encampment who are going to sit there and argue with them as if they're proving something. Stop doing that. You know what you're doing? You're giving them a platform. They don't care what's what. You need to know there's a whole lot of sick people in the world, okay? And there's people who really don't care. Now, right now, there's a whole lot of folks because, as I was saying early on, what Putin did by opening up his iconic vote, and the Vatican always walks with the very dark so-called Mother Mary and baby, but nobody ever says nothing. When I was over there, I heard them singing to Lucifer, and all my friends were knocking me on the shoulder going, yo, they're singing to you. I says, no, they're singing in ignorance. And it's just truth. I don't care how anybody takes it. In order to establish a certain thing, you have to have people perverted and believing in something. Believing means not knowing. Didn't we already break that down? Didn't we break it down enough? And people want to process their thoughts as if belief is some sound structured thing. It is not. It means you don't know. And when you don't know, you believe you are something without knowing you are, you will fight for that fictional belief. Like I said, in Ireland, you take those children and teach them black is red and red is black. I could come back 5 generations later with 500,000 and pit them against you, and y'all would literally start tearing up the streets, put them in Times Square, and everybody's like, wow, that's a beautiful black. And everybody going, what you talking about? That's red, fool. Because you know the mouths over there are rickety. And if I raise them not to take note and be one-hitter quitters, they're going to tear the neighborhood up. It is that simple. And we're dealing with that same process of elimination right now, and people will not wake up and come out of that line. Because everybody thinks. No, they don't. They believe they know. And don't know nothing. So why argue with them if they don't see the importance? It's funny, I was talking with somebody who's a Native American. You talk about Pan-American movement, this, that, and the Native American movement. They don't even know. And the fact that Native American, if you look it up, it means put in a place they don't belong to. Anyway, that's a whole nother narrative. And I mean, are natively born in a certain place. And I was talking with this individual because my window's open when I do lives a lot. Y'all know that, right? And so they hear everybody, even out walking down the street, and they go, oh, that's the one that was talking. Yeah, and who was you? Oh, we just moved. You just moved here, so just keep your mouth silent. Unless they come, and I talk like that. Unless they come, and it's not, I just tell them, mind your manners. You don't know shit, so don't open your mouth and say shit. But when I see that they're really interested, I say, what is it you want to have a conversation about? We overheard you talking. I know my voice carries. It was meant for you to hear. If you walk by, if you were within close proximity. Well, I heard you were, yeah. Well, if you heard me saying it, I wasn't making it up. It's not hater. I'm emotionalist, people. Y'all don't get it. And then they see me later on and says, okay, well, I come across, okay, what'd you come across? What'd you find out? I said, because if a person really wanted to sit down and have a conversation, They would knock on my door. I would look at them, let them sit down and say, what would you like to know? Just like that. Now, and then I would say, now, I don't want you to believe me. I would like for you to go and research this stuff and find out for yourself. Therefore, you will know. See, there's a big difference. You have people on Facebook right now, docking their ass off. Just mem. They've been doing that. I've been watching for 4 or 5 years. That's like the Jamaican preacher on the 6 train or the 2 train. And he's standing there with the Bible in his hand with the most raggedest looking suit on. You know something wrong. You got a bad one or something. And these fine, beautiful, succulent women get on when it was before BBLs with these big old jack booties and everything. And I love looking at the women. And anyway, especially we need more of that now. And the first thing he do is walk by them like a lizard or something. And he goes, oh, God, these nasty black heathens. And, you know, with the Jamaican accent, I'm not going to do it. And all these booties hanging out. And I'm sitting there going, well, you know, yoga pants is made for yoga. But if you're in New York, there's yoga studios everywhere. So I can't sit here and judge anybody. But I watched this. It's the same thing. You see these people with the men doctors and arguing in these groups with people who don't know nothing, who believe in what they believe in. And I say that because they believe, but they don't know, because if they knew, they wouldn't be arguing. That means they haven't done no real research. They accept where they're at. And then if you pay attention to the ones that say they're debunking all the time, well, we know that a lot of the clown Moors have, and they did it intentionally. These little alphabet boys taking pictures and put faces on them and did all this stuff, photoshopping and all that. They do that intentionally because you have a lot of people who, darker and not, who are just as mentally incapable of rationale and reasoning, and who are part of the dysfunction of this world. Look at P. Diddy. I don't even think he's a human. What's going on with you, you imbeciles? All right, the alphabet boys tell themselves, y'all see this computer-generated puffy thing, right? P. Diddy. I hate saying this motherfucker's name. That's not his name. Y'all know his real name. That look like some kind of alien. I can't believe some of you are sharing it like that's real. There's something wrong with y'all. There's something wrong with you. See, that's what we don't need, is you idiots. Now, if it's for comedy, no, I can dig it. I got a bunch of those memes too that are pretty funny. And they have me cracking up, rolling on the floor. And I like a good bit of humor. But there are you individuals who run around with this goofy ass computer-generated AI picture like Puffy looked like some goddamn alien. Now we know he acts like one because he's sick, he's morbid. You know he's been with Quincy Jones and Miles and Clive Davis. And you know they've been doing the hookity. That's why they set him up to make him a billionaire, because he continued and he done sacrificed many people. But instead of y'all drawing upon that, these monkeys, y'all do the same thing like the Moors. You Photoshop stuff and you mess stuff. Thank goodness I'm an artist. And when I see a picture that I know has been Photoshopped, and then I look where it come from, some damn Bay or this, that, and the other, and I'm like, or L, I'm like, here we go. Y'all get taken to the white meat too. Who you think you is with some fake ass religion and stuff? I said I respect people who actually carry themselves in it so they don't talk about it. They don't go making goofy images and all that other crap. But that's what y'all do. And if you claim to be a Moor, you're not from here. You've been misguided, miseducated, and brought down on the same plane, train, and automobiles of lies like everyone, all the other ones. I asked somebody, tell me all the identities Master Farad had. He was no master of mine, but that's what y'all, that's how y'all say it. Obviously, I don't know his real name. He had 40 what? And what do you think he did with those identities? What all came up around the same time, in the same movements, right? Hebrew movement, 1930, what, in Harlem? Then you had the Muslim movement. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to have that conversation. And there's some other movements. Do y'all know what some of those movements are? I asked y'all to research this stuff and go find out. I know people want to feel some kind of way and they want to argue. I don't give a about what your arguments, how you feel, or whatever. What's that? I'll be calling him the diddler. Yeah, I don't care about him. There's all kind of weird names. Like I said, I'm taking it to the white meat. Either you can handle it, you can't. All right? I hate reprobate individuals. I hate people, and I'm not saying I hate people. I hate when people get caught up in somewhere they don't need to be caught up in. What I am expressing is the fact that there are people out here who are worthy to listen to, who are really done the work, and these people's information is good enough to defeat any idiot, to put a person in the position or place they need to be put in without getting all emotional and all Philly. You have people who do great readings, cure meal, great informations, whether it's discovery or not. Jamil Shamsi, I mean, what do you think of a person that's been in the military 38 years as an officer? They're candid to a lot more information, but also knows his family and has taken the time as well to put together a great source of information. You have these little monkeys y'all been following who at least got you in a position, who all of a sudden got these egos like they know everything, and they are not. Just like I talked about a certain individual who has a good following, which is a wonderful thing. But when he started sitting there with a fake ego talking about he was the first, and I had to straighten it out and say, no, you were not. See, this is what's wrong with our people. When they get to a certain place, they get this fake God syndrome. Ye are gods, and that's small, because do you think the creator of creation is going to let you know what the fuck its name is? What it is? See, this is what I'm talking about. But seeing a knucklehead nigga out here running around in some fake religions will give you a whole bunch of bullshit. Thank you, honey. 1839. Exactly. But most people won't reach upon that because they go to the information books without being able to piece them together appropriately. That was why I use Facts Are Facts and Arthur Kessler's 13 Tribe. Now, there's 12 other books. Because it expressed even by the writer himself, Arthur Kessler, he says, all of a sudden, mysteriously, 1,000 years pops up out of nowhere. Not that way, not verbatim. But that's, if y'all remember me reading it, if you want to go back and watch the video, go ahead. Now, I didn't categorize my videos. You got to go back and zip through them. You probably learned something you might not have learned. Right? I know ADHD is a real thing. I know many of you suffer it. From it, but that's what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm stating is something that's based upon. Now, y'all know what it is when I say facts, compared to the process of elimination. There's no elimination here. There's 1,000 years. I used to be sweet with y'all and say 500 to 800 years, give or take, right? I had to stop that because it's 1,000 years they added, and that's crazy, right? Well, they got you believing the spun is this geocentric thing with a bunch of planets spinning around it, and all of them spinning around with moons spinning around them, right? Someone with 2 and 3 moons going at 1,100,000 miles per hour, zipping through some fake galaxy, zipping through, never hitting nothing for millions of years. Like, stupid. But yet, I know that I've seen the sun itself with clouds in front and behind it when I was flying. See, this is what I'm talking about. The lunacy of those who would come, government agents or whatever you want to call them. I hate those terms, all right? But monkeys, all right? Familiars is what I gave you off the Blade movie, right? When they get the little tattoos or something they do, right? And yet you still believe the earth is round, spinning through some fictional space. The suns and the constellations, which that's not what they mean, are set in place. But you won't, most of you will claim to be some religious mofo, but still talking about but NASA, which means Nasab in Yiddish, which Yiddish is a made-up language, pretty much incomplete, but kind of completed around 1939, or I mean in 1939, all right, which means to deceive. It's like people still arguing about Nickelodeon. Why don't you look Nickelodeon up? I was talking about that when the baby came over here the first time. I said, I ain't letting that baby watch no damn Nickelodeon, showing you the island and the orange splash and all that other stuff. And people thought I was crazy. And they want you to believe that everybody else is crazy. Let me see if I can, if I got something in here that's old, if I can pull it up. I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot of old information. And I remember the people talking about, I think your baby was watching Nickelodeon. I says, what? I says, look up Nickelodeon in Latin. Greek. Stop being stupid. How is it pronounced? Let's see if we can get it. That's off over there.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
I don't care about God.
I would like to see somebody come fact check that. Yeah, that's way back, y'all. That's so Raven. Poor Orlando Brown. Do I need to go on? Now, if you look at Canada, the Trudeau's and the lying system of fabrication, if you trust fact checking, you're a friggin' idiot. Fact checkers are gonna get busted in their ass too many times. Anytime something comes up, because they popped up all of a sudden during the fake demic when they just wanted to start getting rid of people. You ain't see they didn't fact check me, did you? When I started talking about during a certain period of time, because I know people that work at packaging companies, unfortunate, who were questioning some of the things that were going on and the request of emptying certain food lines and certain corporate entities coming in to fill these things up with a certain patch. And then all of a sudden people getting sick with listeria, getting sick with this and mysteriously dying and doctors can't figure out what it is. You know, they all, anyway. And I said, well, just go check it out for yourselves. And some of that stuff is still trickle affecting. You had cabbage, you had lettuce, you had this, you had romaine, you had all this stuff. They first did it around a year and a half, 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden, within the last year or so, it's just been happening with ice creams and certain things. It seems like with chicken, what did they just give listeria to a certain, to all the corporations ran by BlackRock and all these individuals and say, you're going to package this stuff. We got 3 to 4 people working at all these platforms and plants. Make sure this place burns down. Make sure those animals die. Make sure this, that, and the other. But yet, y'all still refuse to come together and you won't see things for what they are. So Nickelodeon, what do you see, Rob? You see all these goofy cartoons that abstract the mentality of what a person looks like. You go back to, what's that, Family Guy? The Simpsons? Not The Simpsons, but then you get this, you get the, what's that other cartoon? What's the name of that other cartoon? You know, I'm not big on this crap. I know Family Guy is the one, and then what's the one with the guy's the CIA guy, and they got the Martian that's gay, the gray. I had to look. I'm right there. I just went right to it. Look, I could turn it around because you can see everything as far as movies. Recently uploaded, recently added. And I just scroll down to, let me scroll up, back up to my channel, because you can see right here, I'll show you. So that way you can see, you can get a good idea. All right, this is what we do here. All right, see right there, let's get all the vitamins. Right now, it's the story of us. Then over here is the guys who I follow who build the Marcus Ramon, the 10,000 surprise for, you know, pretty decent things. I'm not subscribed to the Hodge twins, but it comes up. And then you got this individual right here talking about AKs. But then I watch Little Rascals every once in a while because they crack me up with the secret messages in the Little Rascals. All right. So the Three Stooges, all this stuff, Popeye, all these crazy things pop up. Then you have the K9 deputy shot during a shootout. When you talk about police activity, I follow a lot of that stuff. And a lot of kit cars, because I'm a mechanic too, and I like motors and building things. So like I said, these things pop up when I go recently uploaded. These are not things I follow. I don't know what, but this is what happens when they're being nosy and they're looking at everything that you watch. You remember if you talk a certain way around Facebook, right? If you mention something or if you say something, Google hears it, then you go to Facebook and all of a sudden there's an ad for it and you're like, nigga, I'm not following that. This is what I'm talking about. Everything out here is geared against you because it believes that you are too dumb to know or recognize. This is what they do. When you want to talk about MK Ultra and all the other garbage, there's other ones too, okay? Nobody wants to hear that because it makes them uncomfortable, all right? You got Native Americans who are not indigenous. They're not American Indians, but then they started taking on that moniker not too long ago for any of you paying attention. And even when you show them that we're the only people who they've changed over and over and over, and now you've got this fake ass Google, right? You got these fake individuals. Let me show you one of them right here. Let me see if I can pull one of them up just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me see if I can pull one up. Okay. Where's it at? No, I don't care about. I do not care about them guys. What's the two brothers that everybody keeps talking about? I don't give a damn about them. It's just ridiculous. I can't find it. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure I don't want to just be throwing it out there at you guys, okay? Google is full of complete horse crap, okay? Horse cocky. Okay, let me see. So, when you look up the legal status of Negro white amalgamation or black and white, they don't put the real information that was there showing you that black and white is a status. It's literally a written, you know. So they want to eradicate that because why? They have enough dumbass last 10, 15 years of education system of goofy people who graduate high school and college, and they have taken on these fake ass, in the last 20 years, of fake African-American teachers in colleges, which were fraudulent all from the inception of the fake African museums built in liberal states by the same Gujars or Chazars. I call them Gujars, that's what they are, okay? And if you know that based on the Jim Crow laws, which most people won't study, Google, even with Wikipedia and the fake one-drop rule created by the enemies, the very enemies you see over there killing all the Palestinians and creating all the banks and all the fake lies and everything else, which I told you there's no such thing as a judge or a magistrate, but they are judiciaries. And nobody wants to hear that. But I said, so I always say magistrate. When you look at it, they say that the Negro and the African are one and the same. When it says in the goddamn Bible, even the Torah, it says, Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negro. But what was Negro? The Negro was Shem. Of Shem. The seed of Shem. And there were light skins that came from Shem as well. The Gujar are not light skinned, nor are they the Negro, Shem. They're not even Ashkenazi. I would like somebody to do the research and see what they find. Instead of me just running my gamble. I would like to see somebody do the research. Google is full of excrement. There are other platforms I share with you, Brave and a few others. They're a little company, you know what I'm saying? We could have our own. There's enough people who have the information. Enough people who are very wise and know how to put the pieces together. I would love to see some of the pale skins or the light skins, the so-called white people talking about they're Caucasian. Every time I pull up a book of antiquity and I pull up Caucasian, it's a nigga. I would like to see somebody go on besides these fake-ass Jews that keep putting out this fake-ass information with these fake-ass colleges and fake-ass everything else that think there's something because they think what's going to happen is going to, what's happening is going to follow all its way through when I keep telling you I know how the fuck it ends. Google is full of shit. No, it's some good. There's still information. You just got to know how to dig. But they got a lot of stuff based on these children's reared and nurtured wrongly. I gotta turn the stove off, y'all. I got some mushroom soup. It smells right about right now. I'm coming, little nigga. Oh, that's perfect. Perfecto mundo. There's coconut water up in here. Hold on, y'all. I said I'm gonna take it to the white meat. I ain't done. I think I'm done. I ain't done for nothing. Fuck with me. I told you I'm gonna get it to you. Like I'm gonna get it to you. The retards. I'm gonna get it to everybody. Everybody getting it today. Everybody getting it. That's enough of this shit. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a bomb right here. Ooh, stop. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I want me some fried catfish. Anyway, sorry about that, Al. I'm trying to grab my foot. Anyway, I said there's a few people who I'll pay attention to. Baby Girl Slaughter's great. Snoo shares some great stuff. Snoo and Lloyd, the only ones I know they can go and you can talk about something, they can find it like right up like anywhere. All right. And there's just those individuals who know. Drop. There's a lot of people. I don't idolize no motherfucker because I've been doing this all my life. But there's people who I respect. And I like what they do, you know. Again, and if you don't follow them for information, please do. I usually try Delusions of Humanity. I love his drop and how he puts stuff over. Aboard Brother Ganja. West Side's back in the field. Make sure you subscribe to West Side. But when it comes to information, be mindful and be careful of how you put information out there. Just because you believe it doesn't necessarily mean you know it. Okay? I'm about to go drop a deuce, but that stuff right there. Anyway, I said what I said about all these things. Why? Because it's enough is enough. I had somebody attempt to come and debunk me with their little pale ass selves. They need to get out in the sun is where they need to stop debunking the sun, goddamn erasure, and get their butt out in that sun and soak some up. Come talking about who he is and they asked me what language. I was like, what language you speak? And he came on with this phrenology of fakeness. I said, I speak a few languages, actually. That's not ego. You asking, I have no problem with saying. But I said, can you tell me what language you speak? Can you speak some of it? That's a pale skin. I said, do you have any Negroes in your family? I don't know. I said, well, how do you know that you are who you claim you are? I said, did you come over here because you're supposed to round me up? You getting paid for this? Like, go back to your handlers and tell them that they should have told you don't come over to me. So they get a reprieve. But see, it's the idiots who come thinking nothing's going to happen, that they feel safe. No. I welcome you. I embrace you idiots. And I know they don't mind because they're trying to get rid of a whole lot of numbers of folks anyway. And they think that they're all secretive how they're doing it while they're telling you on the NWO and all this other, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. All right. So please do. Or people start coming together. Get your minds out your out your buttholes. Get your minds in. Well, I gotta say your minds because your head, it don't have to stink and look nasty like it's full of excrement. But get your head about your butthole. All right. Come about that dark place and realize that it's going to take everybody together. There is no savior. Stop that. You are everything that they keep professing. But the problem is they want to control your narrative and be damned if you do or damned if you don't. So if you don't do nothing, you're damned. And if you do something, well, you better figure out a better way to do it. And that's why you need to come together. I know some of you have a hard time putting that damn phone around. I see more men today, or I guess you call them men, with them big ass Apple iPhones that's kicking out. Ah, man, I'm scared to get one of them right in their front pocket. I know them, their little testicles are in there going, oh, you know. I know they just like, oh, we can't do this. Maybe it's because y'all walking around with a butt plug. I don't know. Anyway, stop with the cell phones in your pockets. Stop putting the cell phone in your shirt pocket. What are y'all trying to have? A arrhythmia? A defibrillation? What y'all trying to get that beef? What are y'all? What's wrong with you? There are people literally from these institutions that pointing these things out. And y'all still, I see it all the time. Don't ever put your phone in your pocket, not even for a hot second. When you go to sleep, turn that bitch off. Put it away from you, at least 22 meters, 22, I forget what's the distance they say. If you don't have like pneumonias, get you a Faraday bag or something. A few of them. Somebody, some agent came on you trying to say the Faraday bag don't work. Y'all got to stop listening to these goofies, but you'll listen to an idiot telling you to eat meat and meat only, who says he's a doctor and he's traveling to the UK, he's traveling to Italy, and you ain't really paying attention. You'll watch that doctor who's all TRT, testosterone up, right? Eating this big 24-ounce steak, right? And then you have the crew come along talking about, I went carnivore diet and I feel fabulous and I got rid of this, that, and the other. And then I'll put up videos of everybody that went and did it who had a heart attack, who had a stroke, those melanated people that ain't supposed to be eating that crap. Unless your body picks up intolerance. Now, if you don't have to, I don't want you to believe me. I want you to research the stuff for yourself. If you put in a doctor that says eating meat is all right and see who you come up with. Okay? See how many deaths have died by doctors based on cholesterol, this, that, and other. We know that there's a funky thing of beef running around. It ain't really all beef. Why is that people have a hard time accessing this? Now, I ain't talking about you people who live on a big plot of land that got cows roaming around everywhere and everything is safe. You know, every once in a while you get the mutilated cow, whatever, right? You got your own little chickens that are big as your hand. You're like, I don't know what them things and Tyson's and this, that, and that. Well, you know to move away from Tyson's. I'm just saying, because they give you one don't mean they're not doing it to all. But all you people with your little farm, shut up, because you ain't doing nothing to help anybody else out with all that land, all that acreage to say, look, we need to come together. Because I can show you some video footage of what happened to people on farmlands who think they're safe with their little rifles and everything and my family and blah, blah, blah. And how they're taken out in a matter of damn minutes. Would you like to see a video like that? Because I know a lot of y'all won't just go and Google or find those things uncensored. See, y'all going to keep playing in this America's great and everyone's safe until everything is not safe. Right now, if you go watching videos about how to take down drones and everything, the FBI is looking at you. Now, why would the FBI, it's supposed to be the Federal Bureau of Investigations, be running up to people's house talking about a sorry-ass president, fake-ass motherfucking Jews, killing people in Palestine, pro whatever, regardless of religion, when they're the biggest terrorist motherfuckers, and yet you watch something because you want to have a better perception of something, as if they're fucking supposed to, and they talking like they're soft, and you see they're a bunch of homosexuals. What in the fuck is the problem with the picture? I don't care about the alphabet agencies. Now people would think, well, you don't mention them. You think I give a fuck? I'm mentioning something based upon a fact. And there's things that you don't know about that exist that you don't really need to know about because most of you ain't got your shit together in the first place. That's why I really get tired when people be talking about it. I just do it because it's a marginalized marketing line that's pretty fucking funny and comical to me. I just don't like when they come over here fucking with my channel. My curse goes out to every fucking thing. And mine's fucking anomaly. My shit is real. I don't have to prove it. I don't give a fuck to prove it. I don't care how many they send. It is what the fuck it is. And it's going to stay that way. I just want to see people with a little more balance. Because see, when you have motherfuckers supposed to be strong, making people weak, that's some pussy shit. So I think y'all are arguing and fighting because of a bunch of pussies are scared of you. I keep telling you how powerful you are. I keep expressing what you're capable of, but you motherfuckers are arduously hard-headed. Everybody's worried about a fucking bag, but I don't see that you doing nothing with it. I support every fucking body. I would like to see one motherfucker right here now come. If you went live, if you go live, or if you got which I support your ass as long as you ain't some goofy little monkey. I'll bet you out first. I subscribe to motherfuckers where I'm the only son bitch subscribed to them. I think they're fake accounts. I don't care. I said I would do it. It's not about proof of fucking life. Because I'm not worried about shit. I don't fear a motherfucking thing. Because I know how it ends. You know, when you know how it ends, man, why the fuck would you fear something? And then because you're a doubter, because you don't know, who the fuck are you? You know how we used to say my word is my bond? I stand the fuck by that. Because I am bonded by my fucking word. And I ain't talking about out of something. I'm talking about in a way that reciprocates the fact that I stand by what the fuck, because I stand up by what the fuck I say. And I don't just lean on it. I manifest it every fucking day. Because I walk the fuck in it. I ain't greasy, I ain't greedy, I ain't sloppy, I ain't egotistical, I'm none of that shit. But when you motherfuckers were either getting in your diapers or you were just learning how to fucking walk, or maybe your brain was starting to formulate itself around 24, 25 years old, and you were still conflicted, I was always doing this shit. All right. I'm tired of these motherfuckers glorifying because they get a little information and somebody throws some out there and it's half bullshit. They haven't vetted it enough. Not everything is meant to be put out there because you fucking come across it. You gotta walk people with baby fucking steps, people. Baby fucking steps. Everything is a fucking puzzle. Everything. And don't y'all fucking forget that. The Navajos love me and some don't, because I know Kit Carson's great. And Rondo T, anybody, am I lying? I know Kit Carson's relatives who brought the motherfuckers here from Fort Defiance, who gave them that place when they originally came from fucking Alaska. Even a lot of these Mexicans who are Chinese and a few an Arab. You see, nobody wants to have that conversation. Utilize the fight against us on the side of the fictional ass North. How many want to have that conversation? When I was telling people dragons were real, y'all said I'm crazy. I put pictures up, Bella and the Dragon, this, that, and the other, and talk about all these different books out there. But because I went to Edinburgh, Scotland, this, that, and other, and I tell you the King James, who knew this place because he'd been here, whether he was born here or not, I don't fucking know. Europe is named after an Algonquin queen. Edinburgh, Scotland, he didn't rule out of England. They were misteaching you when fucking fake-ass black and white TV shows are coming out from the 50s and the 40s, 50s, and the 60s. I says I went to his bedroom. I saw the bed and bed chamber and everything else where he was found dead and bloated, as the song goes, because they finally murdered him and saw his real picture and he was a nigga. When I came back telling everybody, people said, you crazy. I said before he went back there and he was killing all those people, they wanted to paint you a different story because they were trying to assassinate him like they did all the other kings and queens, just like they did Nicholas V right in front of you. Yeah, Nicholas V wasn't no light skin. That was a nigga. He just looked a little different. That's what happens when you pervert the bloodline that doesn't want to change. So they get rid of all of them because they all know the truth. The Bolshevik, the real Knight of Long Swords that happened everywhere all at once. All of a sudden the Abkhazarians disappeared. Y'all think y'all know every goddamn thing. Don't y'all? But I can't wait to see y'all research this shit and start doing some lives and putting this shit together, because that's what we need. We need that to reach more fucking people. But the funny thing about all of us, we don't know a whole lot about. Most of us don't have a lot of people that will come along. And for those who do, sometimes they can be a little intrusive, but they're winners too. You got to do what you got to do. I'm always going to drop some fucking tea, but sometimes you got to take the motherfucker to the white meat of their goddamn. You dig what I'm saying? Because some people have a hard time acquiescing this reality, acquisitioning. Okay? Because they're stuck in their fucking egos and shit. And I get tired of seeing them. Because I don't want to hurt little feelings. And I have those people who keep people focused. I have these people, I love them. They keep people focused. Now, I ain't saying no names. They know who they are. They keep them. They don't let them hijack shit. They don't let them get off of the fucking line and start talking about goofy shit. Okay? Because some people have a lot of information, but sometimes they go places they don't have to go. They put their whole disposition on a motherfucker. You don't have to do that. So I would like to see more people stand on their laurels and be responsible for their actions. Okay? And stop glorifying and idolizing motherfuckers. You better not ever do that to me. And I appreciate those who do share it. I don't give a fuck about how somebody feel about it either. Because I've had enough of it. I've been seeing it every time I turn around. Most of the time I watch YouTube because I like documentaries. I can find some pretty good ones. I don't care about aliens and UFO bullshit. I care about, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck can something be unidentified when the motherfuckers know exactly what it is? So, to you maybe. No, I don't watch that goofy shit. I look for things that capitulate something a little different. That's, I always look like Admiral Byrd. I look for videos of his children, movies. You know, I look for, like y'all, a lot of y'all know I listen to Manny P. Hall and about several others like him. I listen to people who actually know law, like me, constitutional law, and they know why. This is the reason why I walked y'all by saying a judge and a magistrate, and that says that's what they are, but they're actually fiduciaries, and I didn't want to say that because that's what they are. You know, I studied law for over 12 years, and some of you have a hard time with that because you think you're practical. Like, I'm supposed to debate you like we're not the same, motherfuckers. I can't help it because you can't accept it. Oh, I know you don't know me from shit. And I tell you, talk to those who have met me, who know me, kind of know me. So you motherfuckers that think you know everything, you the motherfuckers that are the problem. You your own worst fucking enemies. So I came on this morning, I said, I got to humble some motherfuckers. I'm going to eat humble pie today, or you can go and eat all that beet sugar shit and get your ass up out of here. That's what you could do. I got my tea ready. Fighting not to take this medication. I told you this is just a body. Even though I can do some pretty weird things, it's still a fucking body. All right. You're gonna have the knowledge, but without understanding exactly. Think Fort Defiance is Glenwood Springs, Colorado tourist town. Yeah, but Fort Defiance is a little bigger than that, but yeah, you're correct. There's a book called 1939 in a movie. Check it out. Yes, it is, baby. That's right. Yeah, Lord. Randy Weaver's one. When you look at that, with the FBI, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. They finally got Mr. What's his name when the whole Desert Storm team showed up in his property to protect him. They finally got him out there with a couple of Spanish motherfuckers that were hitmen and gunned him down for the FBI. You know who I'm talking about. The guy with the ranch. I don't want to get too much into it. Morton divided mankind into 5 races before linking the character of each race to skull configurations, which is for what is it called? What is it called? What do they call that? For what? Man, my hair looking crazy, y'all. No, I don't have nothing. I got castor oil in my hair, y'all. So for anybody want to know, I got a big ass curly fro, and yeah, I'm 50-something years old, right? That's what they say. I'm telling you, I'm older than that. But anyway, 57, right? So my hair is castor oil. Does your hair so good? It feels so good. Oh yeah. Anyway, let this shit breathe. I know it look crazy, y'all. So, because like I said, I should have brought my brush down. Okay. Anyway, great information. Curamio had a video up. Oh goddamn! I got like 15 more minutes because I had to go and do a deuce. 15 more minutes to watch that. So I'm gonna go finish that one. Delusions of Humanity put one up. Make sure you're ready for our beloved brother. I hope y'all look that up. Our beloved brother Jamil Shamseed, he put it in there. Excuse me. It is what it is. My apologies. So I get gas like that. Okay. It's not bad. Don't be stinking. But remember, it's going to be on. I don't know why it doesn't say world, but anyway, WLDC News, and that's going to be with our brother, Mr. Nightwolf, Jay Winter, and so go check that out. And Jamil Shamsi is going to be talking about this newest book. I told you I'm going to put it up again. I hope you order it. It's not going to kill your pocket. All right. Phenomenal book. I already started I don't want to mess this book up, but I've been trying to open it from here when I was reading it. All right. It's got some great information. It's well put together. He used a lot of information, but he breaks it down. He's got sources of references. He's got everything in there for those who have an issue. Go to the back. He's got everything. And if you have a hard time, you want to specifically find something, go to the back. This is a very quick read, excellent, exceptional read. Give it a review, goddammit, on Amazon. All right, give it a review. And you already know, don't call my dummy no dummy. I'm tearing that damn book up. I'm surprised it's held together. I might have to get another one just to have a good one that ain't. I'm sorry, y'all. My hair look crazy. Just to have a good one that ain't tore the fuck up and highlighted like this one is. All right. Like I said, I do things in my time because I'm different. I feel your awareness is refreshing. Well, appreciate it, but everybody has the awareness. You know what I mean? Everybody has it. Oh, and Snooze is becoming a grandma again. She's gonna have a grandbaby boy. Okay, so y'all congratulate Snoo. She's at work, so I don't know if she's still on here. So congratulations to my baby girl. She's about to be a grandma again. All right. So I should have said that first before I started ripping and tearing. And I wanted to do it in a way that's marginalized. You know what I'm saying? People have a hard time accepting anything that might be something that's plausible. I can sit here and I can read the Apocrypha. I can read the Torah, the Quran. I've got so many different copies. I got all kinds of different Bibles. I can sit here and I can have the biggest following. I put the video up about the little light skins dancing in the church, and people are just going crazy. Whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter. I find it very comical. Yet for those, if that's their cup of tea, more power to you. I just would like to see people utilize it constructively as the way it was meant. But like I said, with what Putin did, the iconic pictures, most of that was destroyed in the wars on purpose by these fake ass Jews. And that's what the fuck they is. I would like to see somebody from YouTube or anywhere, one of them come and debate me. You know, you see the IUIC, the cops sitting there talking with that fake ass Jew asking goofy ass fucking questions. I was like, how dare you sit there all, what you scared, nigga? You got 5,000 motherfuckers marching. See, there's a difference. You think? Thank you. Yes. Congratulations. Yo, right? It's gonna be a grandma again. Yes, baby girl. Anyway, if y'all watch that shit, you're an idiot. If you looking at this goofy motherfucker, I don't want to say his name, who supposed to got to school and everything, robbed everybody of millions and shit. Umar. Something wrong with y'all. There ain't nothing I can do for you. You gotta have your own. You have to have your own. I can't believe motherfuckers really listen to this bitches. And there's always niggas out of New York, Philly, New Jersey, all these fucking places run around like fucking bunch of goofs. Umar's talking to baby with the ankh. They don't even know how to pronounce the damn ankh. You know it's not called the ankh. Y'all know that, right? Are y'all aware of that? I'm just saying, I'm seeing how, because our people really been, not only did we create all the music, we created everything else, right? People crack me up. They really think they know, or they believe they know. The shit is it's a mess. I didn't come on to be nice this morning. I didn't come on to be hateful either. I didn't come on to be rhetorical. I came on because people need to have it taken to the fucking white meat. Just to remember. Now you can go and get your ass stitched up and get your stuff betadine and whatever the fuck. Some alcohol, well, how the fuck you're going to mind is stinging. Because see, that's what we need. And I didn't go all that hard in. Y'all can go back and see videos where I really went in. I want to see some of you Native Americans, instead of come over here looking, open your fucking mouth. I still got to sit up. I just haven't gone live. Rondo and them will be back this weekend, coming. I have an appointment in Flagstaff, I think on the 4th. So these fake motherfuckers can address my wrist. You know, I don't like talking about what's going on with the body because I want y'all to be better and strong. Whatever to the body happens. You know, I've got 20 years of my wrist swelling up on me. My knees fucked, and they want to get for one. And I'm gonna address this motherfucker. I'm gonna say, look, you're gonna sit up in my face, and I'm gonna let him know you're not my friend. I don't fucking like you. I don't care about you on my ancestral soil. I know you're a fucking lie, like all the rest of them. And I don't have to say fuck, but I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say in front of their ass. And they say, well, we're gonna end this right now. I said, I figure you was an emotionally unstable liberal who came here because I caught you on your bullshit, on your nonsense. I don't have to, you know, I'm gonna say fucking all that. I'm gonna say how it needs to be said. So you're gonna do like the rest of the monkeys. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna lie your ass off for the system. So take your behind off. You ain't gotta check nothing right now and go on about your business. So it is what it is. I don't tolerate their foolishness. I don't tolerate nobody's foolishness. And if I have to burn the candle at both ends, I don't have to actually. But you know, they're in the mantras and everything, and they work with things. And you see a lot of little light skins getting certain tattoos that protect them. Don't y'all get those tattoos. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, the ones with the circles, little things on it and stuff, you know. Oh, you can see it, look. Do not do it. Somebody said, what was this, right? And you know they said Chinese. This is not Chinese. Stop. These hieroglyphs right here are not Chinese. Kung Fu, Shaw Brothers, and all the New World teachings make you believe that. strength. See this? Oh, peace, strength, and spirit. I actually write, I study, Peace, which you see the illumination of the light and the person in the abode of what we considered like carrying the tablets. Strength, where you see the iron and the sickle, right? And you see spirit, which reminds you of the temple. Most people don't get that. They don't understand it. And what is that for? To remind me every time that I have to keep my spirit illuminated, which is hard because I like it being dark. My strength, which I gotta hide. And my spirit, like yours, is older than time itself. But you're just unaware because you keep listening to people who are caught up in this fictional world. Oh, Salat, what's up, beloved? Anyway, I've been on here for almost an hour and a half. You don't like going too long. I'm going to go over and finish our brother Kiramil's video. It was awesome. Don't mention the Chazars. And somebody else had one. Drop had one on. I want to go and watch that and see what that's all about. 430-32 Drop. I want to see what that's all about. And I appreciate y'all. Ocelot, snooze, a grandma. Well, she's about to be a grandma. She's about to have a baby boy, a grandma. A grandbaby boy. Excuse me. So everybody's giving a little salutations, good energy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. It's no hate at anybody. I don't venerate that. Don't have to. I know it's hard to conceptualize or conceive things. I know I talk in a way that seems like riddles. I'm actually being very straightforward. I'm not asking you to accept the goddamn thing. I told you to fucking come and meet me before I'm gone. You have one fucking opportunity, maybe two left. You better fucking meet me or fuck you. It's not my loss. You would say, why'd you say that? Well, fuck you is not a curse and it don't mean nothing. Y'all need to learn these things. I know how it's used. It's how you manifest things, where you give energy and where you take energy from. You've been giving a whole lot of energy to shit that don't matter. You need to start taking that energy back in. Do you see what I just did? That's your fucking cup of tea. Anyway, I'll be back on in about 4 hours. We're going to read. I want to read twice a day. I don't care. All right. And I want to speak about a book. Okay. Because we're going to get back into reading that book. I think this is the appropriate time. All right. And so I appreciate you. I just looked at thank the two people that donated. So I ordered those few books. The other book I want to order, I'm just going to buy it if I can find it somewhere. It has pictures compared to the PDF. And, like I said, you make the donations, they're going to go to books. Like I said, hopefully we get out of here. I'm waiting for Tim to come, and I know he's working on that so we can open house this and get everything sold and get on down to Tucson and start what needs to be started there, regardless if it's good time or it's too late. I don't believe in too late, but I have to be honest with y'all. Okay? And again, like I said, I appreciate y'all. All of you. There's 1,000 more things I want to say. Can't say it here. All right? And Granny Sue. That's what's up. I love you too, baby. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. It's number love. All right? Love sisters. Y'all already know what's up. And yes, my hair is not perm, for those who might be wondering, because I know people are always sitting there going, you think I'm going to put the chemical? I can't put no perm on me, bro. I remember somebody was getting permed. A friend of mine was getting perm, or was my cousin? Was getting a perm, and they asked me to comb, and that shit jumped on my hand. And people know me from school. My hair was dark brown and real wavy. I used to wear the beehive with like 3 or 4 rolls of waves, right? That shit got on my skin. And I said, I don't know. And that shit burnt a hole through me. I ain't know how people was perming their heads, man. Oh my God. You don't have to perm your head, people. Cat Williams never put a perm in his hair. But this is my hair, y'all. My mohawk, for those who remember, okay? Y'all seen my mohawk before, okay? And right now, because it got castor oil in it, it's a little more wavy, but it's always been like that. If I had a big fro, it hung like, who was that? Jimmy Superfly, Jimmy Snooker, Superfly Jimmy Snooker, the Fijian, right? Remember when his big fro used to hang? That's how mine used to hang. Like if I let it grow all the way out. Like when I got my hair locked, my hair was a big fro, and they cut it halfway because it couldn't lock my hair. When I had dreadlocks, when I was in I started in, I think, in Brooklyn. Was it in the Bronx I started it? From Brooklyn. When I got over to New Jersey, I found this woman in Camden, because I know a lot of people in Camden, and I used to go to Delaware to the projects, which was deadlier than Chicago or anywhere. And I used to go over there, and I had a couple of sisters over there who used to always tighten it up. And then I found somebody with a Korean guy that was teaching me after 9 months of becoming a Sabanam at Underground Taekwondo. I didn't want the black belt. They wanted to charge me $1,200. I was like, you're charging me for all the money I spent to get the black belt? That's supposed to be the reward. Fuck that. I met a real Korean, a real World War II Korean, who worked with General Cho Hyun-yi, who owned a dry cleaner by the diner. He used to walk by there and watch this train with the big windows. This is the last little story. He knew of what I did, and he told me to come by every Friday when I was in college. Every Friday, I was working at Home Depot at night, so I was getting only 2-3 hours of sleep, if that. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And after going to him for another 3 months, because he had to see what I knew, he was surprised that I knew all the forms, up to like 6th Dan black belt. He was surprised at my breaking and locks. He didn't know about the other black belts, so we're not supposed to do that. And this guy was a bad mofo. And he's the one who gave me his white belt, his black belt that was white. And he was the one that told me for the second time to keep an open mind, to remember you can always progress and manifest. That's why I teach Taekwondo. I teach at least the grappling forms and the kicking. And I teach Goshin or Goshin Shotokan style. And I don't teach, if you want to learn BJJ, go on. You got to go there and you got to get with the team. You got to run through the gauntlet. You got to get choked out. You got to go through all that. I'm not going to do all that to people. But don't get going hammer on me, because I'm going to get on you like a goddamn praying mantis or a damn monkey. And I'm going to do what I got to do. Samoan bone breaking. I studied Samoan bone breaking for several years. Y'all know that I studied Krav Maga. I still practice it every once in a while. Part of when I was a guardian angel, it was part of what I utilized that worked very effectively. And some other things, 5 ancestral Kung Fu, both Chin and Yang style Tai Chi Chuan, which I taught on the reservation, both of them, to a lot of women. And the library wanted to pay me like $5,000 a month for the center over here to work, to pay, to teach it, an hour every other night. I told them, no, I teach it on the res for free. Come out there, drive 45 minutes and learn it for free. See, that's, you know what I mean? And there's some other things I learned. All right? And I'm willing to give what I have for free. But I only ask for people to be responsive, to be responsible. And everything should be free. You dig? Jimmy Snoop Fox. Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate y'all, man. Salute y'all already. Let me get the fuck off here, because I can just run my mouth, and I'm fighting not to speak on some other things that I have that I'll speak on other mornings, because, like I said, the world is a shit stain, but there's a beautiful rose under it. So what do y'all want? You gonna let it stay a shit stain, or are you gonna clean it off to reveal the beautiful rose? See y'all here in a few hours.